Hi everyone, and welcome to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. In our last video, we rode the Broad Street subway line. Now we're gonna get a Philly cheesesteak before riding on the other subway line operated by SEPTA. Hi everyone, and welcome to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. This is such a beautiful city, and we had a great time exploring today. Now we're gonna take Amtrak to Baltimore, but before we do that, 30th Street Station, from where Amtrak departs, is a little bit of a walk away. My feet are tired. I don't want to walk that. So let's take the Market-Frankford subway line. The Market-Frankford Line was opened in 1907, making it older than the Broad Street subway. However, the trains on the line date back to 1997, which means they're significantly newer than the Broad Street subway trains. We won't be riding the line the whole way. At 15th Street Station, we will be getting off to point out a very interesting feature on this line. If you love train travel, hit that subscribe button. We upload at least once a week, and this way you won't miss any of our content. You can also join our community on Patreon. Your support gives you access to cool features such as early video releases. And finally, follow us on our social media, Instagram and TikTok. Our trip starts at the 8th and Market interchange station. So while Lindsay's buying tickets, this is the station. As you can see, you can transfer to Patco, which goes to New Jersey. Broadridge Spur and the Market-Frankford Line. And you'll cross over there. Well, that timing could not have been better. Street train making all stops. As it was my first time riding the line, I couldn't help but notice how unbelievably filthy these trains were.
Doors are opening, are closing. Doors are closing.
Wow, the Philadelphia subway is something else. So I know that we wanted to go to 30th Street, but the reason I'm getting off at 15th Street is because from here to 30th Street, the Market-Frankford line runs next to the trolley lines with the two subway tracks in the middle and the trolley tracks on the outside. So I want to try riding the trolley. Allow me to illustrate this peculiar feature of the Market-Frankford line. Philadelphia's main intercity railway terminal, 30th Street Station, is on the west bank of the Schuylkill River. The City Hall and most of Center City is on the east bank. Now we're getting on here at 8th Street Station, but we need to take the train to 30th Street Station. Thankfully, the Market-Frankford Line connects those, with intermediate stops at 11th, 13th, and 15th stations. However, there is also a station at 19th Street as well as at 22nd Street. But the Market-Frankford Line trains don't stop here. In fact, it's the Subway-Surface Trolley lines that stop here. After 15th Street, they loop under 13th Street and then continue back towards 30th Street and beyond. Although for most of this segment the tracks are in the same tunnel, the transfer from the Market-Frankford Line to the Subway-Surface Trolley lines at 15th Street is anything but easy. Make sure to follow the green signs, as green is the color for the Subway-Surface Trolley lines, and they'll tell you to cross over the Broad Street subway platforms to get to Stairwell 6. Here we are at the Broad Street subway platforms. We did ride this line as well when we were in Philadelphia. You can watch that video to get a sense of how that line is. Stair 6 at the very end of the Broad Street line tunnels. And then we're finally at the Subway-Surface lines. We did it so you don't have to. As you can see, these have a lower platform. That's because after the tunnel, they'll emerge out into the city and just run as trolleys. An interesting feature about both the Market-Frankford Line and the trolley lines is that they run on Philadelphia trolley gauge, which is 1581 millimeters. There's the subway station we were just at. The trolley line joins the subway line within the station of 15th Street, and then until 30th Street, the trolleys run on the two outer tracks while the subways run express on the two inner tracks.
Good. Stop at Market-Frankford Line, Amtrak, Regional Rail,
So you may wonder, what exactly are the Subway-Surface Trolley lines? Well, they're a remnant of the once more extensive Philadelphia trolley system. To be specific, they're lines 10, 11, 13, 34, and 36, which come together in a tunnel underneath Center City, Philadelphia. In 1907, when the subway opened, these trolley lines joined the subway tracks underneath Philadelphia, both using the loop underneath City Hall. When the Market-Frankford Line was extended, the trolleys continued to use the loop that they use today. Now there are also two trolley lines farther out into the suburbs that are not a part of this system, and there's the Line 15 which runs down Girard Avenue and uses the older, more classic trolleys. In order to clear up the confusion, SEPTA has proposed their SEPTA Metro plan. Aside from a much fresher looking map, the Subway-Surface Trolley lines would be rebranded into the T lines, T1 through 5 to be exact, whereas the interurban trolleys would be the D lines and the Girard Avenue trolley would be line G1. Under the same plan, the Market-Frankford Line would be L, the Broad Street Subway B, and the Norristown High Speed Line would be M. Now, I grew up in Japan where this letter system has been used very effectively, so I'm a proponent of the plan. I would just want to include the regional rail into it as well. What do you think of the SEPTA Metro plans? So those middle platforms are for the subway, and the outer short ones are for the trolley. Pretty cool. You know, just in case I hadn't repeated the track layout enough already. The exit we took was across the street from the main William H. Gray 30th Street Station Terminal, which is where Amtrak, SEPTA Regional Rail, and the New Jersey Transit Atlantic City Line depart from. We're going to continue down to Baltimore and eventually Washington, D.C., and we'll show you the inside of this beautiful station next time.